Okay, we're starting. I had to come back. Oh, started right before 1 p.m. Let's go. Look at that. I had to use the bathroom. I can't be feeling like I need a poop while I'm in trade. It's gonna dump the market. All right, let's go. Okay, so let me move this. Didn't trade AM. I traded Asia last night. If you guys were aware of that, I need to start charting again. I think Desi was cooking up a AM here, but we have this daily fair value gap here. Lots of daily fair value gap above. We took this previous low, this low as well here. So we're kind of looking at two things right now on the higher time frame. The sell side, this daily fair value gap. We're in between them. That's a kind of our draw right now. We can see ES go inside the daily while you didn't. And then we really filled it and came back down. We have NVIDIA earnings today. Remember that here. Daily fair value gap on the bullish side still holding. So just kind of between two dailies here. Look at the 4 hour. I can't really play or see anything in the 4 hour here. Perhaps if we, yeah, this is weird because like wick down, close higher, wick up, close lower. NQ is pretty odd here. Just very choppy, very indecisive, where it's gonna be more like a range bound type of day. I'm trying to break through every time frames here. This is the, what is this move here? What is this, the Asia run here? When did this happen here? Oh, 9 a.m. Holy crap! Did we? Oh, see, I wasn't here for AM. But surprisingly enough, hourly fair value held. We wicked it, taking the Asia lows and filling the gap. That's insane. Do we do that for real? Yeah, we filled the whole gap there. Wow, right at the open time. Missed the Asia lows on ES, but this is something I kind of talked about on the Asia Discord, how I'm trailing it with what the difference between good risk reward trail is if you're going for this target versus poor when you're close to target but your trailing stop is not. That's what I'm demonstrating there, which we applied. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'll just delete the whole thing actually. All right, let's refresh. Anyways, yeah, lots of highs above here, coming back down. We're dropping pretty hard here. I'm gonna look at the 15. Do I see in the 15 sharp closure? We see this OB here. After a series up close candle, we got a candle closure. So we kind of look at this as our higher intraday order block on the higher time frames, or exchange state dealer, whatever you want to look at it as, this series up close candles here. And then we'll be left with a gap. If we want to take this lows, perhaps we want to come back up, slam these lows. That's up for the table. Yeah, this is basically a V reversal type of day right now. Strong hourly close here too. Basically hourly gap, fair value gap filled. Then we had this bullish fair value gap on the hourly, just strong close earned it. So not looking the best for bulls right now, but I also would think that we're gonna be more range bound. So we do take a strong sell side like this Asia lows. I don't think we want to keep on slamming lows until we have the news driver, which is NVIDIA earnings. I think that's gonna be big. I think a lot of people are anticipating that. So wherever that goes, I'm trying to follow suit. Oh, Asia low on ES staking. This is big here. So I'll mark this as SMT. This low. Yeah. This is the way that I have to do it. Okay, let's see. We're starting the stream right now, 1:03. So we're gonna be cooking now. Basically a big downtrend. We took age low S&T. I'm open for a reversal back up if we allow it. But yeah, I think higher time frame is bearish. Intraday still bearish. Low time frame, you know, we're just dropping back and forth. Still bearish right now. Let me look at chat. What time do you live trade Asia and Discord? I don't stream it, but I just alert. 8 to midnight. So I would prefer this move to happen while we're in our kill zone, which is like, you know, our trading time. But it is a little bit difficult when the move is already moving and now you're trying to start to trade. So we're gonna see what we get from it. We have S&T, but I can definitely see us going for the sell side low, which is low of day. I'm just trying to really wait for the opportunity here, what we can do. But basically, we opened up pretty bullish for the most part of the day, and we're starting to flip back down now. But we're leaving such a large gap here, which I feel like if we want to leave these lows and we want to slam these lows, we'll try to come back up first before really pushing it. Let's see. We're just gonna have to wait. I think we have to wait here. Prices action is getting a little tricky. Because we already did the delivery that I want to see. I'm looking at 15-minute precisely here. But yeah, so another note, you know, S&T off these lows, Asia, ES Asia lows are taken here. If NQ can hold this and we can actually flip back up, we're gonna see a more of a low time frame reversal, and maybe we'll see. I could see as like a short-term bullish, and then climb back up before going lower. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're trying to flip yet. I want this 15-minute candle close so we can get this gap though, and if the sell side is still open, that'd be game for it. Let me post that we're online too. Do you and Desi alert all the trades you personally take in the premium? If you're asking, we alert. Yeah, we alert. There's probably some trades that, you know, we'll just put in chat. Maybe it's like something that it's not in our dedicated time, or we're just scalping. But like we can refer to this. So we have our own channel right now. This is the Desi and Brian. This is basically Desi trades. You can timestamp it and look at it. He took this inversion here, the first win, and I think he took another one. It was an inversion upwards to take out the buy side after taking the New York low here, and it eventually hit the target. So like, yeah, that's a trade there. For me, if you want to look at what I do, I wasn't able to set up the alert yet, but now we do. Means we were merging. But this is the trade we took for Asia. I think I actually just posted on Twitter if you guys want to review that. Yeah, I'm trading Asia not every day, but I'm gonna do 3 to 4 times a week on Discord, not on stream, by the way, because I'm looking at 8 p.m. Eastern time all the way to midnight. It's 4 hours, and Asia's very slow. But I'm teaching you how I'm trading Asia, and we're also learning as I grow. I don't have a complete mastery over it, but you know, we're doing successful so far. This is the trade we took on Asia here, and if you want to look down on like the commentary, this is basically what I want to see happen. Fill the gap and then grind upwards. This is exactly what it did, and then I posted what it did, like literally after here. Took the low, we shorted, and we ideally want to flip long for the buy side. I wanted this to come back down. This has been another breaker here, so it becomes a bearish breaker, deliver to the sell side, and then flip upwards. It's a bullish displacement, ideally a bullish breaker to flip the bias, because remember, our bias was already bullish, but we want to see if we can fill the gap first before pushing higher. So that's what I played for, and this is our basically a trade here. We took the short. We didn't take the long though. Some people did, but I didn't. I wasn't able to get a piece. I'm looking for clear entry models. But yeah, I think we talked about it many times on stream. We're doing the merger. We haven't announced it like officially, but we've been slowly transitioning. I got all my members into the new group, and yeah, we're cooking. So basically, Desi handles AM Discord, and he's gonna do London a few times a week through this YouTube channel. I'm gonna do YouTube every day on PM. That's for free. That's basically a free trial if you like our style. And then Asia, we're gonna do it for the Discord about a few times a week too. So I'm already three days deep. I don't want to do it every single day, but that's our rate right now, because we hit 1 trade every Asia session this week. So it goes Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and we got Wednesday and Thursday. There's nothing on Friday because, you know, Asia starts before New York. So yeah, we're basically promising a very handful session, like, you know, half premium, half free, which that's only if you want to, you know, take the next step and trade other sessions with us. But we also have, for the next, I don't know how long, maybe till July, we're gonna consistently push out streams, these YouTube streams for free with PM and London. We don't have any plans to discontinue that yet. But we're dividing, conquering 2 sessions per person. We have 2, me and Desi Brian, and we're just spreading out. Just based on like our personal preference, because he's in California, so he's 3 hours behind Eastern time. So when you trade London, it's gonna be like late in the night, like 2-3 a.m. for me. For him, it's like 11, and then I guess New York AM, you know, it's 9:30 for me, but for him it's like what, 6:30. So he's trading like early, like late, and then early, and then I guess probably sleeps the rest of the day. That does hurt his schedule, but that's what he dedicates himself. Just like how I'm dedicating myself to trade Asia. Like, I don't have a nightlife anymore. So I'm on the charts literally at 8 p.m. when most people are asleep. But the only thing I really value now is Asia has been delivering. I usually see Asia just, you know, give no price action, or I miss it. But I'm dedicating a lot of time each day to really learn it. And then I'm going to collect data, maybe run some backtesting while I'm at it. Ideally, like the way that we trade Asia, we're not on the charts 24/7 like I am on YouTube right now. Like we're watching every single move, but for Asia's sake, it's so slow that sometimes like for 30 minutes it might just stay there. It might just chop around in like a 5 point range. You set price alerts, you do other work. I do work for Smart Prop Firm as well as a Discord and other things I work on like materials. So like I'm working efficiently too, and that's the schedule for the next however long. I'm gonna stick to it at least for the next 2 months, and then if I want to stop trading Asia and go back to New York, that might be the plan. Like we don't know. Just like how I transitioned from trading New York AM to New York PM, it was a slow transition, but then like I was like, okay, I'm gonna commit to it, and then now we are like we're trading PM for New York every single day instead of AM. So far I'm bearish. You see the time frame alignment, 4-hour daily. The high time frame is bearish, intraday is bearish. We could consider low time frame just like bouncing back and forth, but it's still bearish. So with triple time frame alignment, I think ideally it retraces back up for a sell. If we SMT though, we can be short term bullish, which we are SMTing here. What I would need is confirmation though. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting for that. We're just in a difficult area here. We can anticipate a reversal, but I also would like for lower. So ideally short-term bullish, and then the moment it flips, I want to sell it down. That's if it happens. If not, I'm gonna wait and let this play out, and maybe we'll just find something 2 p.m. Still very early in the stream right now. Is Tick Trader legit? They're kind of on the lower tier of my firm right now. Like I have my top 5, top 6. Tick is kind of down there. They're better than other unknown firms, but their supports and their rules, they're very strict with it. So like as long as you follow the rules very carefully, they probably have one of the best deals because it's like direct funded. They have a better deal than Tradeify, but anyone who breaks the rules, your account is terminated. I was lucky that I never broke any of the rules. One of the most common rules is micro scalping, which basically, 9:30 is New York Open. You can't micro scalp, I think, the first 5 minutes before and after. And if you take a trade basically less than 10 seconds, that's a rule break. So if you can really avoid that, then you should be good. You milk them. So something I could see being short-term bullish is this breaker forming. I could take this, stop below the breaker low, and then that's like more of a jab or a price run higher before going short. We're looking for the short confirmation. So that's my idea right now, because the SMT is standing here, but we'll see if we get the execution. Wait, why is this not? Okay, I'll just do this. You still like shorts even though there's so many equal highs. The way that I've been trading lately is just about bias. You look at the high time frame, it's completely bearish. You look at the 15 or hourly, completely bearish. The 15 is also very bearish. So there's no reason not to be bearish right now. And if you're bullish right now, you're counter trending. So when you ask me like why are you afraid of short, and we have equal highs or something above, like we could flip upside when we get more confirmation. So far this is the most bearish you can really get, and that's kind of how you can operate without clear bias for the market. You're playing bias for the charts. That's how I'm trading it. I mean, this could be the bottom, and that the SMT really proves it, but do you take the same model as Lanto? I think we all have our own unique trading style, so. I'm just up in Asia right now. I'm basically up like 500 bucks, 560 on each account. We'll see how we can go from there. There's some accounts I'm requesting payout on them that I don't think I'm touching. I could touch, but like if I get a loss, payout denial. Yo, Top Step. Yo, another thing though. Look at my Top Step live here. It's like 11K on it, right? I'm trying to request 5,500. I requested this Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. Something like that. It was either 1 or 2 days ago. Still hasn't. I didn't trade yesterday, so it was Monday. I requested this Monday. It's Wednesday now. They haven't deducted it yet. Like, this is a Top Step live account. I can't even trade this because if I go like minus on it, then frick, payout denied. Like, what is Patek doing? This is a 3 drive here. All right, so I'm open to being short-term bullish with a tight stop off this breaker. So that's what I'm considering. And then if we can push up higher to the 15-minute time, where the hell is my 3 drive? Yeah. If we can push up back to this 15-minute fair value gap, I'm gonna look to look for confirmation for shorts here. This is gonna be, I think, more of the safer run for shorts. I think I shared executions for that Asia trade. It was 2 contracts. One I TP'd for I think 20 points while we're pushing the gap, and the other one got like trailed for very little in profit because I should have trailed it tighter so I can like risk off, because we're hitting gap though for Asia if you study that chart there. Where is it? So like, yeah, I mean, this is pretty clear here. You see a breaker, right? And you see the gap fill low. That's my draw. It came back up. 5-minute fair value gap. Unicorn short. Stop above the breaker. And then this whole gap fill was like down here. We missed it by like 3 points, 3-4 points. And I got a little greedy there. So I put my trail the next high as like my rule, as my like trailing rule. So like basically this is what I call poor risk reward. Let me just demonstrate it. Because I think I pinned it here. Okay. Let me go to Asia channel. This is something I'm gonna also adopt for future trading, but so basically, you know, good risk reward versus poor risk reward. If your trail stop is larger than your last TP, basically your final TP, it's a poor risk reward to trail. So like this is like example that basically works as the trade we took. You have main target here, right? This is good risk reward because you're trailing at the previous low. It breaks it, you know, it's like still like 3-1. But once you take this internal high, let's say, or SMT with ES, you're trying to go for like, let's say this is like 8 points, and your trail is like 16 points. That is not good risk reward, and you should either trail it tighter, or you should consider closing it. That's kind of like what I'm practicing with Asia, and also want to adopt moving forward. So I want to use this as a bearish breaker, not this one, because this is like the low. Previous, like you have a swing point here, high, lower, low, and then if we can close higher, that's the breaker. You could also use this as a breaker too, but this is the draw here, the 15-minute fair value gap. So we're getting very close. I think if we get the confirmation, we're already going to tap it inside the 15 minutes. So ideally, you also would probably just prefer this change of state delivery instead, and look for longs out of this candle here. So, and long here, stop at the previous low, try to drive in higher. That could work. This is a scalp opportunity. I'm going to alert only trades that I would, you know, alert for everyone. This is more of a aggressive scalp that would confirm now, because we have the 3 drive with the SMT. So I don't think I'm taking this on my funded, but I could try this on my other accounts, on my on the lives. So yeah, it's a little messy, but you know, if you know how I trade now, like it should be somewhat familiar of what the setup is. This is a pretty clear-cut setup right now. What is 12.5 points? I need to also 12.5 times, what is it? Times 4. I need, okay. How much that bracket? Because there's a consistent rule I need to follow. What was it again? 40? 27.5. 1 second. This, if you're looking for this counter right now, it is somewhat risky because you're counter trending bullish move up. I would prefer this short here because, you know, triple time frame alignment says this short is good. But we have a change to delivery on this closure. We have a 3 drive with SMT. So like now we have something. It's not as horrendous. This is just my main focus in the session so far, based on what I see though. So we'll just move forward from there. Give me a sec. I need to set up something in my account. I'll be off chart in a second. 12.5 times 50. That's right. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I had to fix something. It was something error for me. Yeah. So, whatever you're looking at again. Yeah, this is why I want to reference 15-minute order block here. That I think I marked earlier, but it went away. We have a 15-minute order block here, paired with this large fair value gap. What I want to see is us drive higher off of a short-term bullish trend or reversal, and then tap back in. We have a nested fair value gap as well as an order block. I would probably put a little bit stop above this 15-minute and target this low if this sell side is still open. After that, if this does want to just drive lower, we have this as our next low. And I'm looking to play that, but this is not really going to the 15-minute here. Why would you consider a drop from here? The 15-minute is what I'm describing. That would be my bearish entry model. And also, like, if you don't want to, if you're fearful of a bullish gap up, you would wait for it to flip trend first, and then you'll take the entry, which also works out. Well, you're not getting the short model here. Just gotta stay within bias. This is, I want the short, but how dare we not get the 15-minute? You also have a 15-minute BPR, so I'll mark this 15-minute fair value gap. You see this bullish one that flipped. If you see the this overlapping of it, that's a 15-minute BPR. So, you know, you have a lot of things riding on something like this. If it does deliver, I mean, as long as the sell side is open, I'm still looking for shorts. What's your weekly outlook? I would probably have a better weekly outlook after this Nvidia. So, you know, we have Nvidia earnings, and Nvidia's been cracked. We sold off extremely strong, and they were trying to push up higher. I don't know where Nvidia is going to go from here. We have earnings, I think, after hours. I don't know what time exactly, but Damn. No short entry model. The sell side is going to get taken. I think I'm going to be waiting for more confirmation if I still want shorts. It looks like the sell side is going to get taken already. What is it, 3 drive? 3 drive is essentially something you would like to describe like, you know, you have a high, a low, a high, you have a lower low, which takes that low, you have another high, you have another low that takes that low, and you have another high. And then what typically happens, you could see is, you know, that's 3 drives of taking lows while we didn't take the upside. You can kind of want to see if you want any confirmation for a reversal. Maybe off of, if we do already take a high time frame level or SMT, this is something I'm keen for. Yeah, so we didn't get a drive in to this 50 minute for shorts. And we also didn't get a closure over this breaker here because we're looking at this low to this high. So pretty ugly there. And now we're just selling off pretty hard. This is low of day now. Low of Asia as well. Pretty interesting stuff here. I don't know how far we can go, but we're really moving here. I'm gonna mark this as sell side taken. Big sell off. Can't really do anything. This is still, you could see this is 3 drive too if we want to count this as a low, this is a low, this is a low. If we can get a flip somewhere, now that we took this high time frame area, I could really anticipate a reversal if it does allow it for us. So we have this 1 minute, perhaps we could play off of this as a very short time counter trend. I still like shorts though, like so far short bias, you know, at the start of the session. We're not getting any short entry, so we want to sit on the hands unless we have a decent risk reward counter. So far, so nothing yet. Dude, I think trading Asia these last few days is making my head kind of, because I'm also waking up 9:30 and I'm not trading, but I'm just waking up to do work, and I'm not getting the sleep I want to get. This 15 minute is still open for me, but we took the low already that I wanted to see happen. So I want to wait for more structure. What would you have shorted in hindsight? That's a good question. We're gonna only base out off of the 1 p.m. That's gonna be like when I start the stream. I'm not gonna base off above. I don't think there was any short entries here. I think if we tap inside this 15 minute and then flip, I would look at a low time frame short as a possibility, but even like with like hindsight, I don't think I saw a good opportunity, which just further explains like why the there was no really entry models. Maybe we could also extend that question to above. Like, was there any shorts up here or as we were going down? I think with this, and maybe we look at the 5. We get a strong closure down. We get a change to delivery. We didn't get any retrace, so we have a 5-minute gap here. It didn't retrace back up. Look at the 15-minute. This is like the strong move here. Once we have this closure here, this candle signifies any retrace should be a short because, you know, order block, change to delivery, whatever you want to call it. Fair value gap here created. This candle should have retraced back up, and then we slam lower. That would have been like, you know, a bread and butter type of trade. Also, if you want, you could look for a 1-minute confirmation before taking that. So like even with the hindsight, I don't think I could have taken that. Have you taken a trade? No. Like I'm pretty sure it'll be very clear if we take a trade. The only favorable trade I like was a short. You see this 15-minute fair value gap. This candle did not want to go inside of it. We missed it. Like ideally, you get this bearish breaker or bullish breaker here. We get closure above it, and then you know you send it up, and this be a failed attempt. Come back down. We short any retracement, even like a 1-minute retrace. I would have probably smacked it. As long as the risk reward is good. I was playing for 452 all day. Are you talking about? I think that's an Asia high that was left, right? Yeah. This is probably gonna get taken during the news. Like we could just slam it. So it makes Asia opening tonight very enticing to trade, but also very dangerous. So yeah, keep that in mind. But I think if we flip this, I might try a very tight stop. This is gonna be up in the air, depending on where we close. It could be a market order, depending on if we close higher, I'll look for a retrace, quick retrace. Uh, for a counter long, but I think it's like more risky. If you don't want that, you wait for the short model to come. We just haven't got that yet. But you wait for confirmation of anything, right? This confirmation now, at least, you took a Asia lows. What's your approach on Trump speeches? honestly, I just trade. If I see that Trump is speaking, you want to be a little bit more mindful. But as long as the trade is fine, is he speaking today? No, he's not speaking today. Look at this calendar here. Trump speak. Trump speaks. This is, I think, weren't planned though. He just spoke kind of randomly. When is he? Nothing yet, but like he could speak whenever, I guess, and it'll be like, oh, a red folder there. Oh, he's speaking orange folder. Okay, see, I wouldn't know either now. I only look at red folder, but it's just driving lower. How's that video doing? No entry model really anywhere, unfortunately. Yeah, a little boring session so far, but we still have time. I don't think there's anything that compels me to take the short here. Like, even hindsight, why would you just take the short when we took the sell side already? And then like we're having some liquidity above. It feels weird for me to even contemplate about that. If I'm even looking at hindsight type of trading. Verify launch flash sale. Was that good? What's the sale like? Is that another like 10% or something? Or like is that another 5% off? So weird. The $31. I guess the big account would be higher, right? Yeah, interesting sale. I feel like it'll be more work for them to really figure that out. Ouchie, we just look at 121, I guess. Damn. How good would this short be if we hit this 15-minute? Like this has been like, what's that? 100? Is that 150 points? If we caught that, that's absurd. No, now I'm jealous that we were able to get it. I don't think there's any hindsight even too. Like someone said, like should have took the 30-second inversion. I don't even like these type of trades because the risk score is so poor. Like following the bias, but like I don't know. That's just not my model. I would have framed the setup better. If you're able to take that, I mean, yeah, congrats. How many people shorted this run so far? I'm just sitting on hands, waiting for my time to strike. We don't know when. This might be the first 1 minute flip if we get it. How many people would be willing to try this? I think we're close to these lows, but you know, we haven't really got any flip on the 1 at all for the longest time. So if we get something, that could be a risk where I might just put the stop previous low here or make it very, very tight. It's just depending on where it closes here. So we got the inversion. It's so risky. I don't know. This is up to you whether you want to take. I'm not gonna be the one pushing the buttons for you here. But let's see. Bearish bias is still existent until the 15-minute flip, so just be mindful of that. I'd rather just take risk-free entries because I'm still up in Asia, so that's why I'm looking for any decent trades of PM to continue adding. Do we inverse? Yes. Yes, we did. Okay. Looking good. Looking good. Good inversion closure there. I didn't take this in my funded, but I just took this on the top step live. Let's see how far we can go with it. Oh, it's coming back down. I don't want to see it come back down here. It's coming back down. Hit break even. I'm not touching any of my funded until we get a clear entry model trade. Counter trade is fun and all, but yeah, I'm only risking on one account. We're risking a few $100 at a time. 15-second entry on inversion. So let me pull up the 15 seconds, see what you're talking about. I don't even like it, this 15-second. We can barely close above, like, you know, we grind up, close above this OB here, like we get that chain state delivery and then just flip back down. We're sell size at 121 here. We just don't have any reason or any motive to really try to retrace back up yet. This is still a 15-second chart here. Do you care? Do you ever care about your unicorn model on high time frame, like the 15-minute? Is there a unicorn in the 15-minute? Oh, so you're talking about the bearish break, like now this closure bearish break unicorn. What I like to do is basically we'll mark this out for the most part. You know, bearish breaker from the all the way to series down close candle. It aligns with the 15-minute. Like that's like that already model that we want to see. And then so we'll look for a confirmation of the 1 if that gives it to us. Put our stop. For the invalidation of the 1 minute, I don't know if we can do invalidation of the 15, but we'll try to make it coincide with it. And that'll be a pretty well-framed setup. Hit the daily for value. Yeah, that's what we did on ESPN. NVIDIA just dumped. We went to like what 133. It was up like 5% today on NVIDIA pre-earnings. Straight back down. Slight SMT here. when you first initially were getting profitable, did you just get lucky and have the session you traded off in your schedule, or did you just trade on mobile? Yeah, luck is so the thing with luck is luck doesn't let you be profitable consistently. So you'll know if you're consistent, or it's just like, you know, you had a good day, then you had a bad day, you had a good day, and it could either be net negative or slightly positive. That doesn't really mean that you're trading at your potential. Then you really want to, like, I think my kind of journey was, I moved from a lot of different concepts and I landed on a few of them. Like I traded EMAs, which worked out, and sometimes didn't. Like slightly profitable. Trading trend lines also worked well, but it just nothing. I needed something that I could trade anytime I want, and with like more of a refined approach. So let's say like you're trading EMAs, right? You're like, oh, they should hold here. You know, we're above the EMA or below the EMA, but it doesn't. It breaks down. Like you don't really know what's happening. You look at a high time frame chart, like support resistance. That also doesn't tell you much. But the ICT unique trading style approach that I'm doing, I'm able to like really elaborate on why the price action is doing what, and that I think helped me step up my game to the next level. Because now I'm no longer clueless. Of course, there's some price action that I'm like, okay, I'm not even touching this because it doesn't make sense. But the price action that I do trade, I can explain like why, you know, why it does this, why I get stopped out, why I hit TP, and be very consistent at that. Obsession is overrated. Preach, preach, preach. But yeah, I think there's multiple strategies out there that doesn't tell you what's going on, and that's the problem. Like ICC for me is just reading candlesticks. So we're looking for closure, we're looking for liquidity, we're looking for entries, all based off like charts. And you know, some trades do miss, which is fine. It's part of the statistics. But for the most part, it's pretty consistent. You can read order flow very well with the candlesticks. And with enough practice, you're trading every single day, right? That's a lot of screen time over time, and that makes you very powerful in that. You basically gain a mastery over your trading style when you're basically reading each candlestick every single day for, let's say, 2 hours up to 5 hours. As long as you're doing like effective, you know, trading, you're not just trading out of impulse. That's the important part. Oh, so either way, this sell side is probably gonna get taken. We could flip back up, or we could just keep on slamming back down for lower. That's what it's looking like right now. We took the sell side there. See how far we can go with it. Can I see this up higher for once? I feel like it hasn't done that in the longest time. And I'm just asking to see if we could really get any upside move for, yeah, no, not for like us to take trades, like longs, like for that reason, but also to give us short entries, because usually we'll get a sweep somewhere, sweep of eternals, we fail it, and then now we have a trade model. There's just not much on the left side that I want to play when we just have strong displacement like this. Oh, look at chat here. I forgot to soup this. Souping is also somewhat dangerous because we're so trending. Trump announced 25% tariff against EU cars. That's interesting. Trump making this move happen. Code Smart doesn't work on MyFit features. Are you doing are they still doing the bank payments to get the 5%, or is that done deal? I feel like they updated somewhere. What about getting one drive lower here? Do you consider to flip your chart? Desi and Lanta both have NQ on the right side of the screen. Isn't my chart on the right side of the screen too? I'm gonna wait for 2 p.m. here. Oh, I see. So yeah, MyFit features has 0% off. I mean, you can go for the cash rebate, but I guess they don't do any promos right now. Because it used to be, you know, ACH, then you get something, but I don't think they do that anymore. So I think they announced that. A deep drive here. 40 point lower from through this low. Struggling. It's really struggling here. I'm gonna just drop down to the low time frame and see what we could cook here. Chat, give me a trade. Sometimes if I'm super confident in a low or high being taken, sometimes I scalp it with heavy size. That bad habit. So I think it depends on how you do it. Let's say you're trying to play for this low, right? And you're like, okay, I want to go for heavy size on aggressive scalp. That could just be like a 20-point move in this case, but it could be like 10 points, let's say. How much are you risking? Because you're so confident that it's going to go for the draw here. Most people I see, they do that, and they're very confident on the sell side can deliver, and they get chopped the heck up. So like they're gonna try to, it's the very poor risk reward where like they'll get like 10, 15 points, and then because they're so confident, but it might wick them out. Let's say on the move higher. Let's say you short here, you're really going for these lows, and pumps up, reverse against you like 30 points, you can get stopped out for big size. That would hurt you a lot. But the next sell side got taken here, the main one that I'm looking for. And then we have like this basically rejection block on the hourly. I just wonder where we want to play from here. Just nothing yet. 2 p.m. is about to close here, so we can play off of that. Also look at the daily. We're digging deeper on the daily charts. $300 points from lunchtime. That's crazy how that went. Yo, the viewers right now, look at this, 666. What does that mean? What does that mean? Dude, it just sucks that I haven't been able to take a single trade yet. It means Planet Future's family. It means we're going to go to 2066.6. Oh yeah, by the way, I hit the cap for Planet Future's family yesterday. It's 50K. I still have like another 50K in the accounts in profits, but I realized that there's a cap sooner than later. But they were able to give me that. I think I was at maybe 45 because I took 10K first time and 33K second time. So they gave me 2,000 and I was like, where's the rest? And then they gave me the rest here on the second payment. So I believe it is a little bit concerning how they're doing it, but basically you would you forfeit all your accounts, all your evals, all your funded, all your excess profits after you hit the cap, and then you just wait for a live offer, which is discretionary. I heard it could be from 10,000 up to 25,000. I don't even know how that works. So it's pretty odd to me, like how that structure works. I think I have like 3 accounts and they're all like above 30K each, and I withdrew them basically, hit the 50K, so they're still sitting like 15,000 profits. And I was like, what happens to the rest of these profits? Are they going to be considered for live? And then they're like, no, all of it's going to be forfeited, and then you just basically wait for the live offer. Which I've heard people waited for months, which it would just make sense because, you know, TradeFi also waiting for months. They have to get it set up with Tradeovate. But what I think is concerning is they don't have any really offers of it, like any details about it. It's just so discretionary. This would be a pretty good 1-minute change to delivery. I mean, we can also see a 30-second, but yeah, I think the 1 minute makes sense to me. If we get a strong closure above. And then we have this previous swing point here. If we can get a closer above that, we can go for a move higher. I mean, you guys always have to think, like, I spent like, I think a few thousand. It could be like 3,000-4,000, and I got 50,000 payouts because their model was so easy to really milk them. So it sounds like a scam. just because, you know, you're punishing anyone who makes more money, but you know, you basically 10x your investment, and it's pretty easy to do, I feel like, because there's no payout caps on it to withdraw. So there's like no consistency rule, or this consistency rule, but you can, you know, make like 5k, 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 boom, you're 15k now. You take 60% of that. So if you guys want to try it, I would just milk them basically, and then try to make as much as you can within that cap, and try to spend as little as you can. We have a code SMART with them. I don't know if I'm gonna partner with them, but if you guys want to milk them and support me, and I'll help you milk them too. If you want to milk, that should give you the highest discount available. It might be higher than what it currently is right now. But yeah, so recap, just a quick summary if you're not sure what we're talking about. Fund of Futures Family, there's a 50k payout cap per user lifetime. I hit that in like the first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks right now, I think. And I do have balance above the accounts, but it doesn't count. It just forfeited. And you just wait for a live offer from 10 to 25,000. And I was told it's based off how you traded. So it's like, why is it so discretionary is my concern. Because someone else could have 10,000, another person have 25,000. And it's based on how they trade. I feel like they'll lowball you at that point. They're like, everyone has a 10k account then. I think if you do want to try to milk them, just don't buy a lot of accounts. Just buy one account. Try to get it to funded. There's no activation fee, which is good. And then, you know, go big size if you want. I think that's my approach. Do big size, and then, you know, you land at one payout, which would be like 10x what you spent. But that's only if you're confident that you can trade their style, their model. If not, just don't even trade that firm. You trade other firms that are more reputable. Yeah, I think it's how much draw they give you. That's why there's no info in the live account, which also is what is bothering me from like also want to, like, you know, partner with them, trade with them more. It's just not enough info out. You know, TradeFi, you know, they have rules. They told me like what's gonna happen. You're gonna combine all your account balance up that is above threshold. There's gonna be a limit to that. And they'll say they refund you the sim funded or all your evals. They have proper instructions essentially. I'm just lacking that from FFF right now. Yo, there's just no confirmation upside. Everything just keeps on selling off, and I'm trying to not be like a hindsight trader, but I still don't think I would personally like a lot of these shorts. It's just not within my model here. Did anyone take shorts? And if they want to share like what kind of trade they took, well, like let's say like the time stamp or the candle of it, as well as what the entry is. You have this like 1 minute fair value gap, we retrace, slam lower. I don't know. No chain state delivery anywhere. Nothing on the 5. The 5 minute just been selling off. But there's no gaps, just, you know, candle close wick high, close lower, wick high, close lower. Continuously. So it is a little odd to me how price is moving right now. We flipped orc. What is orc? I'm just looking at the trade. 133. Yeah, we wicked up and closed lower. I don't know what org is. Maybe OB? Draw liquidity is previously low. Yeah, that's what it looks like right now. 203 chain state delivery. Let's look at 203. Still trying to learn. Yeah, I mean, this is good. This is like a nice chain state delivery too, or OB, whatever you want to call it. Maybe we just retested that. I wouldn't mind this. I think this here and then stop probably at the next high. This is such a big stop because the candle's so large, but you know, you get a lot of, even the first TP at the lows here, the rest of the lows, like 50 points. I guess you just have to do lower size because the candles are moving really aggressive. Opening range gap. Oh, okay. Like new day opening gap. Is that it? Nvidia's just selling off. Let's see what Nvidia does. Oh, regular trading hour gap. Okay. Yeah, I know what that. Okay, yeah. No, I get it. Now I get it. It's all these abbreviation. I'm not sure what people are using it for. But let's look at higher time frame. Let's just see what we see. We hitting this daily here. I kind of agree with what someone else said, or we're just kind of digging lower, and maybe Nvidia would bump it back up because we haven't really hit this daily fair value up first. Maybe we also wick down and then come back up. But this is such an aggressive sell. This is like almost a 400-point sell just off of PM alone here. Or since noon, I mean. I think you would want a 5-minute flip somewhere if you want longs. Just notice how we haven't got that anywhere. We had the 2 p.m. 10 minutes ago. Hit the manipulation after opening. Maybe we can flip back up from here. So essentially, if we can get above this change state delivery, we'll get the breaker and they can move back up. That's the only long idea right now. So far, I'm also looking for potential move back up and sell lower. That's ideally what I want to play for. Because I'm not shorting without any of this liquidity being taken yet, this internals. It's just been doing that the whole session so far. So if we don't want to look for long, that's fine. We just wait for it to fail, drive higher, and then flip the way back down. Short every retrace has been successful. That's basically the gist of it right now. Tyler says, bro, stop looking for longs. You just noticed that we haven't got any confirmation for longs yet, and I'm looking for longs so I can short, or you know, it doesn't have to be entry, but it could be a fail push higher before looking for shorts. That's just the framework I'm looking for. Can you explain change to delivery? It's basically a series of candles where it closes on the opposing side. So for instance, if you look at this down close here, we close above. This is a 1 minute change to delivery. Basically this order block, we want to see this respect, but this is a 1 minute one on a higher time frame bearish trend. So you're not likely going to see a clear reaction. But if there's any bearish change to delivery, then it's more likely since we're within trend. Brett Simba's sale was nothing special. Yeah, I mean, this is the sale here. I think this is what Jason said. He's doing the math with $31 off. It's 38%, 36%, 34, and 34. It's nothing special to BH. I think you'll see a better sale probably in March. And if we bring Brett Simba on stream, we'll have a sale there too, a more exclusive sale. Maybe we'll have him for March. We'll see. We'll see. So save your pocketbooks. Oh. Bring Protect on stream. Let's do it. Yeah, feel free to ask me questions about trading, any prop firms. I don't think I'm shorting this until I see a short model. This is just short area retrace. I mean, it is working, it's working, it's working. Hindsight is working, but that's just not me when I'm trading. Maybe if we had a draw and then we do one false move up, but like this low resistance being built up. And I feel like I missed the run because I'm also like scouting for different entries. This is probably the only entry out of probably went for. I wouldn't have gone for this one. We almost got this one. If we got the 15-minute flip here, 1 minute 30-second confirmation inversion, we just sold it all the way down. That would have been like a beauty right there. We just haven't got that, so it's a little frustrating. So this 30-second, I think people were referencing 121, and we had that 15-minute retap back inside the OB and fair value gap. Sell all the way down. It's just a missed opportunity, which isn't necessarily a bad thing for my model. What it just means is we sit on hands, we don't take any losses whatsoever, and that's better than taking losses, right? If you're trying to enter something, because you want to see something happen, you want the setup to be framed before you take the trade. If it doesn't happen, you don't touch anything. And I promise you, that's the best way if you want to grow your account or just be consistent, because you get so much FOMO just sitting through watching this, because you're like, I should have short here, I should have short here, I should have short here. But like, realistically, is that even a good short on the move down? Like, you could argue some, but it's just very aggressive. How do you handle multiple losses in a day? Typically, I don't even take more than 2 trades. It's always average on 1 trade. But you handle losses by being patient and waiting for that setup. So like, if that setup fails, you own that loss, but you want everything to align before you do take that trade. And that's what that makes you shine. So this is the potential short-term long confirmation I would look at. We'll also take the low resistance liquidity. If we can take out this high, we'll break that chase day delivery. We'll get the breaker. And then maybe we'll go for one run up. This could be a scalp opportunity if we do want to break this. And then I'll still be very eager for shorts. Let's say this does flip. Then I'll play a very aggressive short. It could be off this inversion because we're still triple time frame alignment short right now. If anything though, I would at bare minimum want a 15-minute high if I'm looking at it. So let's mark that up before you even look for shorts. I think I'll try to also size much lighter too. Maybe just do one contract, or should I do micros? Yes, let's just do micros for a day. Forget micros it is. Looking for confirmation. The 15-minute just straight down, but now we're starting to flip here. Is it worth trying longs? I want only safe, low risk longs. We flip this inversion here. 15-minute high is about approach here. Now that closure. This is way too tight. Let's see if we can come back down before taking out this 15-minute high here. That'd be decent. We have the breaker now though. Are you still bearish? I'm going to be short-term bullish for a bearish move later. Because we're still bearish on multiple time frames. That's what I've been trying to say the whole session, essentially, which we never got an opportunity to really take out a previous high. We're about to do that now. What? Gonna drop down the lower time frame here. It might be in the 15-second. Just see how he reacted to this breaker. I just want to safe risk long. I'm gonna do micros and try to do it like a 20-point stop if we get anything. We took the high already. Let's just keep waiting here. Ideally, I still want a gap for us to really refine our entry, but we don't even have that. I'm gonna flip higher here. There's just a lot of low time frame structure for upside right now. A little gun shy here. We got the breaker, just no decent retrace. This close on ES would have been more ideal because you have a little bit more leeway and you can put break even after take the high out. $15 fair value gap draw. That could be it. It's very tiny, but you know, now you have like the first reversal off of a breaker here. Do you guys think the low of days in? Type low of day if you think it's in. Type lower if you think not. Or, dang, I kind of mixed that up. So we got the first break of this 15-minute structure here. If we get a confirmation, I would probably need this breaker to be violated first, though. And then now I'll start looking for shorts, now that we have a false drive higher. But this is still fair game. It's so difficult today for a clean entry that I normally would take. Every other PM streams, we could take a good one, but this one is extremely difficult. Now you have a 5-minute to work with here. And I think that'd be my last line of defense. If we get a 5-minute closure here, I'm playing for the next low day. What do we get in your pay Discord? Before it was $100 for just me. Now it's $100 for me and Desi. Same price. So you're getting double the value with only the same price. But I think we'll make an announcement later today about what you'll officially get. But basically, a summary is Desi does premium live or alerts on AM, while I do premium Asia alerts, no live alerts only for Asia, and then we do free PM. I do free PM, and then he does free London. That's all you get. And then we'll also do more training sessions that we're gonna incorporate maybe once every other week. Are you gonna trade? No, I'm not. PB Miles. I remember your username, PB Miles. I think you were the one who took that Asia trade, right? Let me see the P&L chart. Oh, it wasn't. You posted it, but I was thinking of this guy. He had basically my entry, my exit. 5-minute breaker. $23.5. Yeah, that's the thing though. That's for the Discord. It's not each of us. We're splitting our time. But the same value you see in this live streams, also in the other London live stream, which Desi hosts, is gonna reflect the same thing when we bring the Discord. It's just gonna be a smaller group. You know, we have like 700 people here. In the Discord, we're gonna have only under 200 more so once we actually launch it. So it was a very small group. It's gonna be like a fifth of you guys, and that allows you to really build people up and work in a low that you really can't do with a big group. Are you looking for buys? For me, okay, I think this is where I'm gonna stand at. if we can flip this 5-minute, which also would flip that breaker, I'm looking for shorts aggressively. If we can play higher and then flip, I'll look for shorts still. But for now, I think you want to be short-term counter trend bullish here for a potential reversal up. You have any courses? I don't want to be tagged in as a course seller, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Someone's gonna drag my name. He's like, oh, he has a Discord, he has affiliates, now he's a course. That'd be terrible. I can't take all of that. We have relative equal highs above here. If I am at retap on this above fair value gap and I tap back inside the breaker, it's trying its best to hold this. Yeah, I think we might end the session with no trades again. It sucks, but that's just literally what it is. Holy crap, I just looked at the P&L chart. I didn't realize it. This guy just posted he's up 6,000 on 5 take profit accounts. That's 30,000, and he withdraw all that above the buffer. And that's just from a Desi trade in AM? Holy crap, you are insane. I think for me, I have some materials on breakers, but the best thing I do is, you know, we trade real time and we explain our process and we do recaps afterwards. So if you're not able to trade, you just learn the recaps and then you have a mastery over time, over the course of 3 months, 6 months, 10, 12 months, just depending on how much effort you put or how much you can really absorb. What's your payout year to date? Is that 2024 or year to date now? Because I'm about to post February. I think last month we did 100K. This month, I don't think it's gonna be 100K. I need to think about it. Like Fund and Features Family, they did basically 40K. I had my Fund and Features did like about 5-6K. Top Step probably did 10K. So I haven't requested Apex yet. I'm gonna request soon, so it's gonna count for next month. Take profit about 10-15. I think we're gonna get under 100. It's gonna be like 80. So you count for January, February, we'll just say like under 200. Just in pure payouts. But I'm really holding the Apex. You know, we had a streak. We're just doing base hits on 20 counts. I'm not trying to run it up like Lanto, because I always get nervous when I do that, when I'm doing too much P&Ls. But base hits works well for me, so I'm just doing a few $100 per day, and then these accounts are like 6,000 profits right now. But yeah, my funded futures have been doing much better. Let's see if we have the stats for it. I think we've been doing pretty good. Yeah, this is this month for my funded futures family. I hit day loss limit one time. I don't know when was it. It was like early in the month. I guess it was a bad day. But every other time, depends on the trade we get. Sometimes we get $500-600. Other times, like just 100-200. And then I also trade different sizing for different fundeds. What are your live count? So I think I talked about that. Top Step, I'm growing slowly. Tradeify, I'm starting March, so I haven't started the live count yet. Oh, unless you're talking about my personal futures, I haven't touched that yet. Just because I'm also trading options and so many prop firms, I don't want to wrap my head around too many things. We'll go back at it. I think I might just go back to swing trading on futures on my personal. It's just like the high here. So the 1 minute breaker structure did work here. it's just a little bit odd that I don't see any gaps on the left side that I could utilize. And, you know, it's all series of down close candles, so we can't even really use that. But maybe we should have played off this breaker and then just our stop under the breaker low and go for a big high move. Just long stops at low of day. But then so many people said no more longs. I think the best, or what my real outcome is, like, I don't want to lead people astray. Because if I'm not confident, I'm pretty gun shy. But we're starting to get a reversal here. Where can you watch my recaps? I post them on Twitter. Tops up is short. That means we want to focus on longs, chat. Give me the longs. So this is the first break of a low resistance liquidity run, and they also taken some internal highs. If we can get a framework for short, I like shorts much more than long still, just because we have the bias with it. So I'd rather be short right now. I'm gonna try to take take only micros a day. Just keep it very tight. If this does get a nice closure under this swing low here, if not, we have to play for upside again. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I don't like taking a trade for this session, but why is Asia? I'm so easy to take trades. I can read price action so well, but this PM session, it's so difficult for me these last few days because I have the bias correct. It just doesn't deliver how I want it. It delivers though, but doesn't deliver with the entry I like or with the internal high sweep that I want either. So I really don't know if it's just me or not. But then you go to Asia, and then I'm reading price action like the back of my hand. So, what's wrong here? I think I just lost the power to trade EM. Yeah, stop has to be huge too. So like I'm also looking like, let's do like a 15-point stop play, and then these candles are like 30 points, 20 points. I think all I need is this down close here, then I could play shorts. Isn't it too early to short? That's why I'm not shorting. Unless we get confirmation. Maybe we make a move higher first and then get confirmation. I like shorts better. How do you deal with price when Asia moves so slow? What I do is I look at like my bias where I want to see Asia or where I anticipate Asia to move, and I set price alerts. And usually I'll be done in Asia in the first hour or two, to be honest. Like when we start getting the trades. That top step short signal was that inverse there. Brian, I'm on 8 to 7 days on FFF, sitting at 3K. What do you recommend in terms of payout? Take the max what you can every time, every possibility. I bought 25 accounts with ProSmart, thinking it gets auto sync. So with Tradeify, all you gotta do is it's pretty easy. You go to billing history and then go to find the order number and just basically add another row. You can add up to 10 at once. So if you have 25, you have 25 submissions, or 2.5 full submissions. You just basically add the order number in. They're older than 30 days. I mean, the future, because all our data that we have for past 30 days is erased, just so we don't have to go back to it. 30 days is plenty of time, though, I guess, for future reference. It has to break both breakers. For me, it just need to break the first one. Maybe start flipping downwards because we're still bearish bias. It hasn't flipped on the 15, nor has it flipped on the hourly. And I think we should have played this here, but something just prevented me from it. Top step need to get stopped out first before we can take a trade. I think shorts is the play right now, to be honest. If we get any good displacement, I'm gonna try to take it. I'm gonna do micros. You guys can join me if you want. But we're getting close to power. And I think I still like shorts. It just depends if we get the confirmation, because just like the downside move, sometimes I like longs, but like we had no confirmation. Similar this way, I want to see if there's any sort of confirmation whatsoever that I'll try to take. But it's gonna be probably light size here. Trying to look for it here. So I want a strong closure under 47, and then the first retrace we smack down somewhere down here. That's what I'm visualizing here. How about a 30-second? Yeah, 1 minute bearish trigger will be pretty good here. Get a closure under this, and we get a nice change to delivery as well. Some relative lows down below. Type of play for. It's such a messy chart. My bad. I might just be more adapted to trade overnight. Just be glad that I'm not getting you guys losses, nor am I getting you guys wins today, which makes it a fat 0 if you are trying to follow along with my trades. The move is up now. Yeah, I mean, it could be the case. If we get confirmation downside, that's where I want to play. That's my main here. We get a change day delivery here on the 30. Wick lower but closing higher. Let's like the 4 hour. Yeah, price sweep the 4 hour. I mean that's fine. We just are very bearish, so I want to follow the bias until we start pushing back up better. Where's the next 15-minute candle? It's been respecting the 1 minute bullish breaker for the longest time. Dude, what the heck is that candle? 30-second change delivery flipped here. We took the relatively low. If we can close back above, I'm gonna erase the short idea and we play longs, but let's say this closes, I'm gonna play for the short. That's my thought right now. I'm gonna go for either or. Alright, get ready, get ready, get ready. It's time to lock in. Ooh, that's a pretty... That's not a closure I want to see yet. Next channel. Also the 5. Let's see the 5. Nothing on the 15, of course. Nothing on the hourly that you can really play for. Next candle closure in 1 minute. Lanto's in the building. I need Lanto to take a trade for me. I can't literally find shit today. I like shorts. I couldn't get any trades for shorts. So Lanto will take over from here, guys. Whatever he gives, we're gonna take blindly. This is holding this bullish structure still. Chad, do you guys like long or short here? I'm waiting to see what happens, and then I'll play for it or react. I mean, you would like short, but we can't even give any confirmation. This wick lower closed higher, and now we're trying to flip. This is not what I want to see for shorts. This is somewhat of a long signature piece. The 1 minute still holding. It's annoying me. I mean, what do we think about shorts here? Do like the most tight, loose stop. If we get close above this high, I don't think I like shorts anymore. Something like this is what I'm want to play for. I just want to keep it very, very tight. Because I believe lower, but it's not giving us that yet. Slamming down. This is my line defense right now because I'll be respecting this breaker again and above that change state delivery. I'm touching micros only today, or for us today. We're slamming down now. So they started to respect the OBs, the change state delivery. And my line defense is that break of the change state delivery. Moving 5 points, slamming down. This is not 5 points. This is like literally 15 points in like the range that we're doing the last 30-40 minutes. That's pretty big. Are you kidding me? I don't know if you guys are in this, but I'm just in micros. Holy crap. We're actually gonna pick. It's not gonna be that much money though. It's up like 80 bucks. But I think it makes sense though, because stop above this high. I'm just letting it trail. Stop above this high would invalidate that chain state delivery, and that's what I don't want. And when we're chopping back forth, it started respecting it more, so I smacked it in the 40s. Ironically though, the moment I had this error the whole time, but the moment I put the risk reward tool in, and I saw this idea, it started moving. So that the guy who said 5 points, look at that now, that's like 30 points out of 2 micros. We're cooking, chat. Chat, how many people's in this trade right now? Type 1 if you're in the trade. Let's see how we play this out. It doesn't have to be the same entry. Like the entry was kind of quick. It could be lower, but the idea was a very, very tight stop. Is what my focus was. And look at that. That's the beauty of slamming down. How far can we go? We're gonna take the slow out. What the heck? We're actually going. I think when I was posting this, it was like around 40s. If you guys are asking, 50. Holy crap! That went cracked. It cracked out there. Is that chain state delivery here? So we had this up close move, and we started closing down. We want to see this respect here. And we're just chopping back and forth. We had this relative equal low. This threw me off here because we did wick it and close higher, but when we came back up, we respected that chain state delivery. And then if, let's say we did want to move higher, we would likely try to close above this change state delivery and invalidate it, basically make another high move. And if we had 1 minute candle closure above this high, that would stop me out, whether it was all the way up here or just right here. Very tight. So yeah, tell me if you guys understood why I took that trade. I mean, I've been waiting for shorts all day, and this is the first short entry. And you already know me, like I wanted the low resistance to get taken out and play the internal, like one false drive higher first before flipping. Coincidentally, I think Top Step went short too somewhere, right? I don't know if they're still short, but someone said they're short like somewhere here, and it moved up like 20-30 points. I don't know if they're holding, but I had to push it for them. Guys, if you guys went short, what was your entry and exit? If you could type in chat, let's just take a look. You break down every trade like this in the paid version. I think I do more in the paid, just because Asia's so slow that I walked you through it from like literally hand holding. Let me see, 52 to 110, good entry. 142, that was basically, I think, my entry there. So basically, I had to slap 2 micros to dump the markets. That's all it took. I don't think I would have held this if I had 1 mini contract. I might have just wussed out, because I did not expect us to chop like this and just full send delivery. Sure, I changed the delivery. Yeah, that's basically the objective here. Because you see like all these drive higher, but the moment it does flip, you're watching to see if we get a candle closure. So like this is where you're being careful. 30-second change delivery, you want to look at that, but I'm looking at this series up close candle, and right there with this candle closure here, this is where the change delivery is in game. And then look at the top right, high time frame bias, intraday bias, short, low time frame, we flipped it, short. Triple time frame alignment short, which makes this a basically retrace short, break higher. The first one we broke low resistance here and trying to hold, but then we flip right here, which you could also mark as a bearish break if you like, but I played the change to deliver here. And this breaker in itself, this 1 minute breaker, is already somewhat weak because we don't want to see so many drives down. This is where I flipped here. So that's what I mean by like, let's take the low resistance out, let's take the internal highs out, and at the moment it does flip, I'm in. That trade was kind of pushing power hour. Like, look, that trade was 255. So it's like basically almost out my trading hours. I don't want to do that, so I really risked off. If I took my normal size, that would have been a very big play, but you know, I'm gonna say what I do. If I take micros, I'll take micros. If I take minis, take minis. I'm not gonna say I took minis because I did here. But I think if you want to join the Discord, you can join either me and Desi's WAP link. Maybe I'll post that real quick. Maybe I think we're gonna start doing a first month discount just so you guys could try it out for a month if you like. Let me just find it. I'm gonna open it here. Only for the monthlies, or I guess the quarterly too, if you guys want the quarterly. But that's gonna be the focus though. Forever, no, the first month. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Code Brian, if you guys want to use that, 35% off for the monthly or quarterly for the first month only. And then we're gonna just do no discounts from there. That's gonna be that. I'm gonna do a giveaway and then we're gonna wrap this stream up here. So we ended up with a trade at the very last second, essentially. And we scored a touchdown. That's what we like. I posted a link here. Someone said I should have signed up today. Dude, it's like $30 of a difference. I promise you, we're gonna make so much more money just learning and trading that $30 is gonna be nothing. Or yeah, the trade, yeah, I'm out. I got trailed out on the move back up here. But let's see. We're gonna do exclusive for just code Brian. And I'll promo it. Well, we'll also do a promo for Desi Discord. It's our same Discord now. What was a trade? This was a trade here. Chain state delivery on the 1. I wanted a, if we get it close higher, it could be like, let's say this high, it'd be like 17 points, and just let it trail through. And then we actually got it all the way down. I think I got exit around 110. So yeah, a recap of what we have in the Discord. I'll just type out Brian, that's me. I am doing PM YouTube free, AM alerts trading, no live, keyword no live, 8 p.m. to 12 or midnight Eastern time. Desi is doing free YouTube London like about 3 times a week, and then live Discord AM about 3 to 4 times a week as well. That's what we offer. We had 2 different Discords at one point, $100 per. We're just keeping the same price point for both of us, so we're just trying to build a good community. And that's that. I posted a link, 35% off, just code Brian for the first month. And then we're gonna do the giveaway now. You guys trade the same? Desi trades specifically inversions. I trade, you know how I trade. All right, so giveaway is like the stream and comment your username 1 time, and then we're gonna pick a winner here. I signed up monthly. Can I still apply to quarterly? I think you can. I have no idea. Maybe you unsub and then sub again. But I can guarantee you this price point would not be lowered. It would just only be up from here because, you know, you're getting 2 people for the price of 1 where you traditionally would pay for. I think someone asked why I trust the change in delivery. It's because I've been waiting for the whole session basically. We're triple time frame bearish, which basically means the 4-hour, the daily's bearish, the hourly's bearish, the 15-minute is still bearish, and then you're waiting for the 1 minute, like the low time frame, to really take the lower liquidity, any internal highs, which we basically took this side, this side, this side, and the moment it does flip, that's where I hammered in. And this was the first flip here that once this breaker was like starting to get weak, and I put a very loose stop. So like ideally you want to wait for this closure first to invalidate the 1 minute before taking trade. But yeah, look at that in hindsight or in foresight here, you would not get that entry unless you mark it in. So I trusted the chain state delivery, put a very tight stop above it, and just let that trail. And it was only 2 micros, so nothing crazy. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. We're like 10 minutes past the time. This bias indicator is not what you think. It's something I type out. It's not like automatic. That's always a misconception here. All right, I'll pick the giveaway and then we're gonna wrap this up. Giveaway winner is CMC Trading 1469. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be trading tonight for Asia because I traded last 3 times. I'm probably gonna trade tomorrow because we also have Nvidia, and I know Nvidia's gonna be cracked out, and I'm gonna need to catch up my sleep too. All right, let's see SMG Trading. Let's see you're in the chat. I'll give you a few minutes to claim. Desi live streams on YouTube under my YouTube. All right. I'm glad I didn't lead you guys astray though, because not one time did we take a false signal. This is the first one we put the risk reward tool and we're like, okay, we're gonna try this, even though it's preemptive, but it's aligned with our bias. And so many of you guys said short. There's a handful of people like this is low day, bullish, and like it gets confusing because I could see both case, but I want to stick to my motto, and my motto is I want us to run higher for lower. Run higher for like lower essentially, and that's why I do kind of multiple trading style, right? Similar to how I anticipated Asia last night. I was pretty bullish, but before I was bullish, what I want to see was a lower move, and I'll demonstrate that here. Overall bullish, but I want the gap fill first because I think that's going to be what it's going to go for. We took out the Asia high at the opening, and we're stalling out. I want to see us run lower and then higher, and guess what it did? Run this H high again, run lower, gap fill, and then go higher. And then later I finished the update. That's that move I'm talking about. Gap fill, run all the way up. And just clear anticipation. As long as the high time frame is respecting, don't get lost in the sauce on the lower time frame. Did he respond? The guy who won SMC Trading? I don't know if he did yet. If he doesn't respond, we'll just do 2 tomorrow. I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Probably gonna go sleep. I'll post a WAP link again, and code Brian for 35% off first month or quarter. I don't think we're doing lifetime anymore, by the way. Oh, okay, he did. Okay, yeah, DM me on Discord, SMC Trading. I'll give you the account. So we're gonna wrap this up again. I posted the WAP link. I posted, this is what we offer basically. If that's something that interests you, cool, join, try it for a month. If you don't like it, cancel. If you don't even want to join it, we're still doing YouTube for free. We're doing YouTube for PM and in London. So that's just if you want to take the next step. We're gonna do exactly what we do in stream, but probably in more depth on Discord. But I'm gonna end it here, guys. I'll see you guys maybe tonight or just tomorrow morning or tomorrow for PM. Thanks for tuning in. 1 for 1.